Just a quick video for today. Just gonna want to break down what my opinions are going to be meta for the upcoming Warzone integration next week, December 5th, whatever that is. So I'm gonna go to my loadouts real quick. Been playing a lot of multiplayer. Noticed a couple of stuff already before. But I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that I think will be broken, specifically when the game actually drops. Now remember, the TTK here for multiplayer is different from Warzone, so you have to always account for that. The stuff that I'm going to give you is the one I'm using during multiplayer, but I'm going to assume that the TTK is going to be almost the same, even though it's going to be 300 HP, 150 plate, 150 HP. Just how fast really it is the TTK, especially with the guns. So when the actual integration happens, we're gonna look at data and then adjust if we need to. But I want to start with some of the guns first. Start with the LMG. The LMGs, nobody really uses LMG specifically in multiplayer because it's a high pace game, i.e., run and gun. Now, of course, some people do want to camp, and they do have that anti-camp implementation now, so that's good. But the biggest thing is with the LMGs. If you remember when Warzone 2 dropped, nobody was using the RPK, but it was actually made up for a long time, right? I'm going to assume that the same thing is going to happen as well, especially with the aftermarket part. So what is the aftermarket part? Once you fully max your level, you're going to have option here, conversion kit right here. This can be your aftermarket, and it transforms your gun to something completely different. Or I'm not even going to attempt to say this name, polymute, I guess that's how it's pronounced. It actually turns your LMG into like somewhat like an AR SMG type. Unfortunately, I don't have it here. This is what's going to look like. Another thing is, once you go to your loadouts and your armory, so like if you look at my screen, there's show details here. Not sure what it's on the console, but make sure you double check that. And this is what it gives you. It has significant boost on the mobility, 17, 20, almost 30% of crouch movement, sprint to fire speed 16, and 30% of ADS movement speed. So again, very, it really makes your LMG, again, either a AR/SMG. The only thing that is, it's going to be hard to control in regards to the recoil. We get that, yeah. And so, if that's the case, if you are going to transform this to something that is going to be high mobility, high recoil, then you just adjust with your stuff. As you can see here, I'm using some of the MW2 attachments, and as soon as I got this to level, fully leveled, I stopped using this LMG. But the biggest thing is this: if you are going to use an AR, and once shipment has dropped next week, I'm going to start focusing on that. It's only like 25 kills, hip fire attack stats. That should be relatively easy, probably about a game or two. I'm going to try to drop a build for the polymute. So again, this number one on my radar right now, specifically for the game. Number two, the Renetti also has an aftermarket part. The biggest thing with the Renetti is, again, back in Warzone 1, when the Renetti Akimbo came out, it was so broken. And I'm assuming it was also broken because when I was playing this in multiplayer, I was able to unlock the conversion kit. This is the build I was using when I unlocked it, and this is my Akimbo this is my Renetti aftermarket right over here, right there. Okay, so it literally transforms your 3-burst pistol to a pocket SMG. This is gonna look like. So again, only 24 rounds is my recommendation, just because how that recoil is very high. I should change the dummy to 3 plates actually. Not very good with mid to long ranges, but with close quarters, especially with the high mobility, this is probably going to be one of your quote unquote go-to for initial loadout. Yep. So again, aftermarket parts, breaks everything. For the akimbo, like I said, nothing really changed. With the akimbo, it's the same thing as before. You just have to, where is it at? Oh, I lost it. Oh, it's on the other page. For the akimbo again, just focus on hip fire. And that should be it, really. Okay, next on the list. Because it's a high movement game, high pace game, everybody's probably gonna start rocking SMGs because it's always gonna be an SMG game. One of my recommended guns right now is the Swarm. Oops, sorry. This is my Swarm based build, and I was using it in multiplayer. 40 rounds actually was overkill that multiplayer, but because again, sometimes you don't have time to reload, and I actually do have the conversion kit here. I'm going to talk about the conversion kit for the Swarm specifically later. But 40 magazine, I believe, is enough for the game. It actually also comes with 50 and 100 round drum. Again, I think 40 mag is where your Goldilocks spot is. Yep. So again, that's the build. And for the conversion kit here specifically, it just adds the stock, right? And it makes your gun an akimbo. I'm gonna equip that. I'm gonna put it in the firing range. There you go. That's what the aftermarket does. Just makes your gun akimbo. That's broken in zombies, by the way. Very, very broken in zombies. So that's for the Swarm. The next one of the SMG that everybody uses is also the WSP, but it's the 9mm. The base build over here. So with this one, when I was rocking this gun in multiplayer, it felt like I was playing with the Milano. I think it was Cold War when the Milano came out. It just has that significant feel that you could literally shoot this SMG straight in mid ranges. So it's probably want to be a good sniper sport later on, and also you keep that mobility. You have a good steady recoil. This gun, you don't need to have an optic. It has a clean iron sights. So again, overall, I like this. Again, the only downside that I think with this gun is again, so that's about 10. That's about 15 meters, I believe, 20. So once you hit about 20 meters, again, you're not really that accurate. Of course, that's all SMGs are. But the Rival 9 is actually also a good one. We'll talk about that next. Again, the Rival 9 right here is another SMG. So I have two blueprints over here. This one I got from one of the bundles, and this one's from the beta. I was actually using the one with the beta, just because I had the hand stop already. The biggest thing with this gun is, again, it's actually very, very good for mid ranges. My only thing with this gun is, again, it has an inconsistent recoil. So again, this blueprint just comes straight out of the blueprint. So the build just came out straight from blueprint. So again, you will have to build this on your own. The way I built this on my when I was playing multiplayer, I literally just put the stock on it, which is the Marauder, because it has that recoil pattern. It makes the gun a little heavy, so but you don't really feel your character being clunky. But it does now have a better recoil. Oh, there you go. This is Rival 9. Watch out for that as well when Warzone drops. It's one of those guns. Okay. Now let's talk to the main. Let's go to the main event. It's the ARs. Everybody will be rocking the AR, especially in day one. Yep. A couple of things here. The SVA, high mobility, very, very reliable gun, but I don't want to talk about that. FR.556, the burst weapon, very, very, very toxic in multiplayer. but I don't want to talk about that gun. The biggest two ARs that I really want to, well, three actually, is the MTZ 556, the Holger 556, and the MCW. I'll start with the MCW. MCW is like your, it's like your go-to. It's like your M14 or M4A1. So it has a very, very good base stats on it. But the biggest plus with the MCW is just because of how reliable the gun is, you can build it as you go. Now, there's a counterpart with the MCW, which is going to be... Oh, but before I move on there, I'm going to show you the two builds that I have. Base one, right over here. This is just mainly focused on long ranges. So if you are trying to beam and trying to get long shot kills, this is your go-to build, in my opinion. That will still be subject to change. Number one is this one. As you can see, I only have 4 attachments here because at this point you will have to pick, do you want to have an optic or do you want to have more ammunition for the mag? But I'm going up for an optic, and the 2 optics that I usually use for ARs and SMGs are the sleeve reflector. It's one of your classics. High precision, very low frame on the sights. And again, this is your gun. This is mainly built for close to mid-range ranges, just because of the recoil pattern. And then the other optic is the MK2 sleeve reflector, MK3 reflector. One of the best sights in the game. Again, it's very, very clean. Blue dot, same thing. This gun is built for mid ranges. So that's one for the MCW. The other one that got nerfed during the first update is the Holger. Just because it has a very, very fast TTK, it shoots like a beamer. Very straight bullets. Again, 30 rounds was enough in multiplayer. Probably give you like triple kill, quadruple kill. This is my build for that. Again, the only thing I only have for attachment for this is because, again, I had to pick for a magazine or pick an optic. Again, the iron sights here is actually not bad, but you have to get used to it with the iron sight. Like I said, I was counting bullets with the multiplayer there. Yeah, very, very stable gun. So if can't even shoot that far now. But this is one of those guns that are like very good TTK, good mobility, fast ADS, and it was very toxic during the multiplayer days. So again, that's for the Holger. And the last AR that I want to talk about is the MTZ 556. I think this is going to be a sleeper gun, and for 2 reasons. Like the MCW, you build it as how you want to build it. And you either want to build it for close quarters, for mid fights, and for long ranges. I did not save my build for this, unfortunately. But when I was rocking this in multiplayer, I was kind of building like a semi SMG with a low magazine count. I think I got 15 or 20. I don't really remember. 20. And then have the light struck teleport stock, get an optic on it, and get slate reflectors my go-to. Again, get the small barrel. This one here. And then remove this and put the muzzle on it. He was killing people really, really fast. So again, build it as how you want to build it. I'm probably gonna go more in depth with the inner beast once I have made all my builds and saved it. And I should have saved it, which I did. Okay, the last one that everybody was talking about when I look at the forums is the snipers. How will the sniper compete, or how is the sniper going to be with the new game, with the upcoming game? I really don't know what's going to happen with the snipers. But I think the Cat AMR is going to be your number one campy sniper, just because of how slow it is. And this meme build that I have here this is what I was using when I was grinding it in Warzone, because it was very, very hard to get a kill from here with multiplayer, especially if they start picking and they have the picker's advantage. So just grind is in Warzone, in not Warzone, in zombies. I think I stopped at like level 12 before I said I'll just dedicate this in zombies. But with the cat, and again with this specific build, again, it's just very, very clunky gun. And again, this is, in my opinion, as fast as I can make it. So again, it's gonna be a top sniper once it has been optimized. As of right now, I really don't think it's probably number 2, really, to be honest with you. And again, I'm not even using the high grain rounds. This is just my meme gun. Get your quick bolt, try to get your ADS fast. Oh, by the way, this optic is the best optic that you can use in the game as well. The Courier Eagle Eye. Forget that. And again, this is me trying to make it quote unquote faster while playing zombies. Is it one shot? Is it a one shot during multiplayer? Yes, it is. Any part of the body is one shot. Gun. The thing that the one gun that I think was gonna dominate the whole sniper thing in Warzone is the longbow. But there's a big but there. There'll always be a but. If you look at the damage between the Cat AMR versus the longbow, that's a significant drop. That's probably about a good 30% drop. Yeah. The good thing with the longbow is how it's built, and it's a very, very good gun. I have this meme build over here, and again, I was playing the zombies, this specific build. This build is a fast ADS. But the good thing about this gun is the follow-up shots. That's like 2 shots in 0.3, 0.4. So, and I'm actually using the short barrel here, and that's why you'll see the follow-up shot does not really connect sometimes. So you might have to kind of just slow, stop, go. But that's the thing though, right? With the longbow, this gun is going to be like, it is a sniper rifle, but you might want to build it as a marksman rifle. So your old marksman rifles, not your Car 98s, your SABs, your LABs, those, your old SBRs. This is gonna be your counterpart for that. And it doesn't have it right now, but as you can see, you still have the low grain, high grain rounds. Again, didn't use it because again, I'm showcasing the gun itself. But I want to talk about those as well. And this is where everything gets interesting. The marksman right here. No, is it? Yep, this gun. The marksman rifle, the MCW 6.8 marksman from the MW3. I was digging through the attachments of this gun, or the whole armory actually, because there are some attachments that you have to unlock by using the daily challenges. But this gun has a very interesting attachments. Don't worry about this. We're not focusing on that. What we're focusing on is the ammunition. This right here, I have yet to unlock this, but this rat, where's the high pressure velocity? This one specifically. I'm gonna show details with this. Look at the effective damage range minus, and the minimum damage range. It's only 5%, but you are gaining plus 20% bullet velocity. Versus with the high grain, again, you're increasing your range for 50%, effective range, yada yada yada, but your recoil is going to be the big downside of that. I think that once you have this high velocity versus the high grade, you actually might want to just use this high velocity versus that for two reasons. Number one, this gun does have the one shot headshot potential. Again, the biggest one with this one, the biggest pros here is just how fast the gun is. DK, what this was specifically in multiplayer was like a 2-shot body shot, and that this is pre-plate dummy, which I believe they already corrected the damage values on it. I think that's what, 3 shots, 4 shots, and that's probably like a TTK like 0.6, 0.5. You can spam it. So, do you really need a 30 round mag in there? Probably not. You can probably go to the default 10, but then again, I think 10 is too little. Okay, and then we also have market conversion kit for this, and what it does, it makes this gun full freaking auto. You heard me right. You will make this marksman rifle full auto. So that being said, again, you build your gun on how you want it to function. So watch out for those guns that has an aftermarket, because it has so much potential to be broken. All right. So with this one, that's, again, you can screenshot that if you want to. Again, you can just learn the recoil pattern for that. But there's a reason why this blueprint is called meme, specifically just because of that. Again, you can do one taps or tapping function of it, or if you want to just say F it, I want to go full auto, and then build your gun on how you want it to function. Me specifically, I have this integrated suppressor for the barrel, just because of the undetectable by radar, because the red dot is coming back. So just be wary of that. And then build on your own. You don't even need to use the venom stock. You probably can use the precision stock. You probably use the tactical stock. Again, depends on how you want to build your gun. But anyway, I just want to highlight those stuff. I'm gonna go more in depth in some of the aspects of the armory once I have unlocked everything. I stopped grinding the camos now for in zombies. I stopped grinding camos in multiplayer. I already got every gun unlocked and more and fully leveled. So other than that, again, it's just more experimenting, going towards Warzone.